200 megabytes. Hola. ¿Qué pasa? What you up to? Right on. I was just relaxing. Now I'm ready to get high. So I can get pumped up to make some videos before I go to bed later. I have to get hyped up. Right on. I've never been to Canada beyond Niagara Falls other than pictures. It's chilly. Like an old person with a shawl. Blanket, shawl. Oh no, I can, yeah. Okay. Wi-Fi hotspot. Dirt. Thought I was going to be without Teams for a second. It's pretty slow. automatic. No, no, that's it. Diverted. Someone else. Haha. Check password. Fucking. What is it doing now? No. Oh, Good and evil, right and wrong. What up?
Boy, come on into my naughty party and spill your drink all over my body. I want it now, let's get down.
Data transfer.
I want it now, let's get down. Naughty party. Naughty party.
Thinking about snatching a tower out of the office. Let me know something.
I want it now, let's get. I want it now, let's get. Hey, boy, come on into my naughty party and spill your drink all over my body. I want it now, let's get down.
Give me that.
Naughty party. Naughty party. Fill up my cup, take a shot of my potion. The speed is sick, let's get me sipping my ocean. I want it now, let's get. I want it now, let's get. Hey, boy, come on into my naughty party and spill your drink all over my body. I want it now, let's get down. I want it now, let's get down. Hey, boy, come on. Naughty party. Naughty party. Naughty party. Hey boy, just give me the money you make. Hey boy, just give me the money you make. I want your money and your girlfriend. I want your money and your girlfriend. Hey boy, come on into my naughty party and spill your drink all over my body. I want it now, let's get down. I want it now, let's get down. Naughty party.
No.
Naughty party. Naughty party.
There's gotta be a way to make this fucking happen today.
all cheeky, but real freaky. Come and get me, try to catch me. I'm not guilty, just damn sexy. Come and get me, try to catch me. One, two, three, four. Give me more, give me more. Come inside, shut the door. Give me more, give me more. Drop your clothes on the floor. Give me more, give me more. Let's get down, hit the store. Give me more, give me more. Let's get ready for some action. Show me love and satisfaction. You will learn the dirty section. On the floor we lose attention. I'm not cheeky, but real freaky. Come and get me, try to catch me. I'm not guilty, just damn sexy. Come and get me, try to catch me. One, two, three, four. Give me more, give me more. Come inside, shut the door. Give me more, give me more. Drop your clothes on the floor. Give me more, give me more. Let's get down, hit the door. Give me more, give me more. I'm off the wall, I'm in the spot. I'm always coming up on top. I cannot stop, the bottles pop. So let's get busy in the club. I rock the floor, I hit the pot. Now DJ, blow the speakers up. DJ, blow the speakers up. So you think you can tell blue skies pain? Can you tell if you feel the cold rain? Smile from a fan. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you the train? Your heroes for ghosts, hard as the trees, hard as the cold breeze, cold comes the change. You change, walk on part of the wall, lead the road in a cave. How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Year after year, running over the same old ground. And how we found same old fears. Wish you were here.
I can't find my Krampus stickers. Found my Guar collector item glow in the dark sticker set, but I don't know where my Krampus stickers are. They're more important to me. I really Guar. But, I am a fan of stickers. Where are they? You know what restaurant it might be.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. We on that dawn cheat. I got my shoes on the wrong feet. Woke up in the party. Everybody look like a mark to me, huh? Handful of parsley, dressed to impress partially. That's terrible. Barkley, I like my Perrier sparkly. I'm so unpopular. In a jumpsuit, I rock velour. Fuck, I need box score. Knows me, I'm an entrepreneur. I ain't got no scruples. Ego, the size of my pupils. Can you pass that cheat? Ain't no limits. Master P, let's go. And may God have mercy on your soul. And may God have mercy on your soul. Work me. Do it right, right, right. Do it right, right. Let's go. Work, work me. Work, work me. Work, me. Do it right, work me. Work me. Work me. Work me. Do it right, work me. Hey yo, she working it. Hot step murderous. I try to be courteous. Fuck you, I'm a dirty bitch. Oh snap, that's what I'm talking about. Shorty gon' walk it out. The beat goes on and on. DJ, this my favorite song. So keep looking at me hard. Been working at my job. All of these not just the bar. These love to help us on. Yes, we working on the bar. The seat is not the song. Not just another fraud. Oh my god. Shake, rock your body, shake, rock your body. What? Shake, rock your body, shake, rock your body. What? Shake, rock your body, shake, rock your body. What? me. Work, 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 do it like work me. Work, 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 do it like work me. I walk in like Christopher, everyone looks so I flip the bird. I feel so marvelous, can't nobody go hard as us. Shake, pop your body, shake, shake, pop your body. Put my the top just like my neon Maserati. Looking at the bar, working is my job. Lisa at the bar, please somehow the star. Catch me working on my thought. The seat is not the star. I'm not just another fraud. LOL, oh my god. Work, 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 do it right, work me. Work, 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 do it right, 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 God. Work, 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 do it right, work me. Work, 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 do it right. Shake, pop your body, shake, pop your body. What? Shake, pop your body, shake, pop your body. What? Do it right, work me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it right, work me. Do it right, do it right, work.
Now put your money where your mouth is. You have the method, but when you move mountains. This is become quite a vehicle with a roof for a grandiose ego. You have adapted to the role. Your poor trail betrays your soul. Wherever you may go, may your heart really go. Transhuman influence, I maintain balance. Focus on radiance, remain in silence. Language omniscient, I bring no surveillance. Devoid of vitality. We let you into the corner. Provoke your will. For the break you return to the stronger. You let your will be no sound of one that killing. You are being unsaid, subject to summoning a landslide. You have a dog tag, the altar of a faceless serpentine covering all. As you can imagine, they are pulling every last time you have a dog tag. One person of peaceful consistency caught in the middle. I said for you and I go so clear. Coming up to the top, gonna need I'm running for you, darling dear. May the gods guide you right back here. Without you here, it's not hard. May you find what you're looking for. The abyss, the infinite. May you burn through your deepest fear. Without watch, there's no show. May you hold them accountable. We let you into the corner. Provoke your break, you return to the stronger. You let go willingly, cause I'm the one. And I'm getting back to me to the corner. Provoke your will. On the break, you return to the stronger. You let go willingly, cause I'm the This is last upon this place for another night. About to reach, baby ass, never black. Then you're willing for the attack. Little mayhem, running free from all around, breaking loose. Fist of flame, causing strains. The circle will destroy this place. Feel adrenaline rush. Jump into the pit. Taking as you push, raise for the head, bow down through the direction. From the stage, a thousand rage, flashes full of fire. Chill spreads across the floor, from your head, up in his soul. Mental madness, he holds the stage. In the pit, come of age. The battle ends, the space for the weak. The freshest dreams are now complete. Feel adrenaline rush. Jump into the pit. Kicking as you push, raise for the head, bow down to the direction. Story Falls down,
Stalled out. Next video. Pantera doing a cover of Black Sabbath. Planet Caravan. Finally. Machi.
He's been with the world on board of the food du jour. He's been with the world when I'm the prophylactic school. Trying to know what's wrong with me. Understand my potato. Think I'm only one boy looking for a real tomato. He's been with the world. I'm tired of the super show. He's been with the world. I wanna win this prophylactic tour. I'll bring nobody around here. Understands my potato. I think I'm only a spot boy looking for a real tomato. He's been with the world, and I'm tired of the super sure. He's been with the world, when I had the prophylactic tour. There ain't nobody around here. nowhere to go. Swimming robots run to reality. Come and stop, we work around. We shot the balls in the hole. On the road, nowhere to go. Swimming robots run to reality. Come and stop, we work around the clock. We shove the balls in the hole. Wait a minute, something's wrong. He's a member of the plan. He's here to do us a favor. A little human sacrifice. It's just a blind man. Mr. Kamikaze, Mr. DNA. Even after what you provoke, Mr. DNA. Mr. Kamikaze, here's the thing. Mr. Kamikaze, Mr. DNA. Even after what you provoke, Mr. DNA. Mr. Kamikaze, here's the thing now. Mr. Kamikaze, Mr. DNA. Even after what you provoke, Mr. DNA. Mr. Kamikaze, here's the platform. Wait a minute, something wrong. He's a man with a plan. His biggest pointed at the ball. Now we must sacrifice ourselves. The many others they may have. Okay, we gotta let it go. This will be what the world will do. This is how we're gonna fix the DNA. Even after we come up, fix the DNA. So we still never got these things, but don't get it now. This is how we're gonna fix the DNA. Even after we come up, fix the DNA. So we still never got these things, but don't get it. This is how we're gonna fix the DNA. Even after we come up, fix the DNA. We still never got these in the right box. the city, night is a wire. Steam in the subway, earth is a fire. Woman, you want me, give me a sign. And catch my breathing even closer than I. Touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt down after you. Smell like a sound, I'm lost in the crowd. When I'm hungry like no one. Straddle the line, it's going rhyme. I'm on the hunt down after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine. And I'm hungry like no one. Fly through the forest, too close to hide. I'll be upon you by the moonlight side. I'm not turning, I'm just feeling so tight. You feel my heat, I'm just a moment behind. In touch with the ground, I'm at the hunt down after you. Center and sound, I'm lost in the ground. I'm down hungry like no one. Sorrow tonight, it's gonna rhyme. I have no wine, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, wine is time. And I'm hungry like no Burning the sound, I break from the crowd. I'm on the hunt down after you. I smell like a sound, I'm lost and found. And I'm hungry like no one. Turn on the light, it's gonna rhyme. I'm on the hunt down after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine. And I'm hungry like no one. I'm on the hunt down after you. Center the sound, I'm lost and found. And I'm hungry like no one. Sorry, my life is gonna rhyme. I'm howling the wine, I'm after you. Nothing alive, I'm running inside. And I'm hungry like no one. Sorry, my life is gonna rhyme. I'm howling the wine.
Alright, a meme I made pop up.
If you wanna get with me, there's some things you gotta know. I like my beats fast and my bass down low.
God damn, that was loud.
Yellow phone. How can I get you up in my home? Turn off your phone, take off your clothes. No drink, just come home. Fuck with me, get down and roll it up with me. I got a sound system and I like it really loud. I'm only gonna slap it if we make each other shout.
If you wanna get with me, there's some things you gotta know. I like my beats fast and my bass down low. Bass down low. Bass down low. I like my beats fast and my bass down low. Drop it to the bass down low. Bass down low. I like my beats fast and my bass
me on her like a magnet. I don't give it up that quick, like where her dash is. She a bitch in the cover like a mattress. What a coincidence that is. I'm trying to get you in after this. Back to my house with a black out fever, boom, boom, pow. She loves to get loud. Aim skin, turn her down. First thing I'ma turn her out. MJ's perm, she burn it.
Herbs.
I got a question for you. Do you like it when I fly?
Wake me up with your decision. Help me trust your mighty wisdom. Yes, I go. I am not proud. Show me how you question, lead the way to my temptation. Take my hand and give it clean. Yes, I go. I am not proud. Bang, bang, yeah. You was hot as rock. I don't like you anyway. Still in the box. Trust your mighty wisdom. Yes, I go. I am not proud. Show me how you question, lead the way to agitation. Take my hand and give it clean. Yes, I go. I am not proud. Still a little box.
I didn't really get high all night, so I had to play catch up. I was already happy, preoccupied. I seen Jean today. She looked like shit. She looked terrible. It was hilarious. bitch didn't even recognize me. I had to fucking remind her. Old ass woman.
Yeah, let's go and move. Let's go back. Come on and forth. Come on, come on, come on. Move your neck, funky back, that's what you expect. Mr. B, so if you're ready, we gon' see your right, your hands. I said your hands. If you like that shit, light it up. And while you're up, everybody go back to a place where you been before. Old school to the new, it's time to go up to a whole new level. A little more bass and a little more treble. Cause motherfuckers don't understand. Mr. B, I can understand. Cause we on course, better yet, try like a jockey to a off. Mr. V, come on. Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Load up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello, 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 how low? Hello, 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 how low? Hello, 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 how low? Hello, hello. With a lifestyle, this is dangerous. Here we are now. Meditate us. I'm stupid. Meditate us. Here we are now. Meditate us. On a lotto. On a lotto. On a lotto. On a lotto.
I love my city.
Fucking shit is so slow. Come on. It's been 30 goddamn minutes. I have to empty my phone now, crazy. I have to empty my phone out, and then I have to empty the computer on the flash drive. I thought of a solution.
Dear Casey Lane, I wrote to explain I'm your biggest fan. I just wanted to ask, could I eat your ass like back as soon as you can? You had a lot of dick, had a lot of dick. I've had a lot of time, had a lot of time. You had a lot of dick, JC, but you ain't had mine. Dear JC Lane, I wrote to complain, you never wrote me back. How could I ever eat your ass when you treat your biggest fan like that? You had a lot of dick, had a lot of dick.
What
What's up?
chilling?
Yeah, over here getting set up. I'm going fishing.
Oh shit.
Got half the day off. So there's an inspector coming to the house, and I don't like to be there when they come over.
Hell no. They expect
Yeah.
money.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with me. That's why. It's the contractor that's there. He has the permit. I don't have no permit. I'm not doing I'm doing everything without a permit. So
I always handled the bribes.
that's what's up. You know,
For
you gotta
real.
get the palms, man. Listen, it's you gotta moisten those
I knew
palms,
how to
man.
fucking corrupt them, dude. Like my dad would come back and be like, "Yo, they're not pulling it." And I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. Where's he at?" And I'd be like, "Yo, what's the problem?" He's like, "You know what the problem is? The wood's rotten." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna fix it, but we need that permit." He's like, "But I can't." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can." I was like, "What's it gonna take? Like, let's just cut through the chase. What's it gonna take? $50, $100? What do you want?" He's like, "You got $100?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, you got that permit right now."
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
"Well, He goes, "Hey, well, look at this. I just happen to have a spare one in my clipboard here." Like, right on. Hey, Pop, get over here with the money. Like, what?
okay,
I'm like, "Give me 100." And he's like, I was like, "Just do it." And fucking, my uncle's sitting there like, "Give him the fucking money." And so he gave it. And
yeah.
then like when he left, he was like, "What is that about?" And I was like, "It's called bribery." Like, I can't believe you didn't think of that first. Like, They don't put it in the movies because it's a joke. They put it in there like to let you know how shit works.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotta grease the wheels.
Yeah. You know, I'm from Jersey, so we know about greasing palms. We know about that. Really, really good. You know.
He was a good fella. Fat Polly with sliced garlic, really, really thin. And that was the most amazing thing about that fat fuck. When they're writing that movie, I'm like, really? That's what you want to focus on? How thin? Like,
You know,
why
but
couldn't you have a peculiar way of murdering somebody that double crossed him or something cool? No, he's slicing garlic really thin. And garlic doesn't liquefy unless you fucking put it in a juicer.
yeah, you're
So,
right. It does not. It will hold its form. It will brown up and every all sorts of other things, but it's gonna hold its form.
especially in hot oil, it's just gonna
Yep.
crisp up.
One of the best things
Motherfucker,
I
this
like
is
to do,
ludicrous.
I like to do, I take a whole entire clove of garlic, wrap it in aluminum foil, but pour olive oil on there and then pop it in the oven. It turns, after like an hour or so, it turns nice and brown and they caramelize. You just pop them out and
Mm,
just eat them like that.
neat.
You know, uh, garlic is an amazing thing because it's like onions. You know, onions hit all phases of the taste spectrum: sour, sweet, tangy. It hits it all. Absolutely, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. Garlic is like that as well.
Hmm. Garlic's healthy for you.
Yeah,
That's the main thing too, and it's good for keeping vampires away.
yeah. I have my niece. She eats them raw. Since she was a kid, she would grab them. Like the first time she ever grabbed the garlic, she popped it in her mouth, and she was probably like about 8 months old. You ain't think nothing of it. But now she's 19 and she still does it. And she has a boyfriend too. I like that garlic breath. Well, she is a female, right? Females don't have a hard time
You
getting a
don't
man.
care. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
don't
don't
give a
care,
fuck.
right? It's the other
Is my
way
breath bad?
around.
I don't know. Do I give a fuck? No. Is it gonna
am I
stop
getting
me? No.
am I getting laid? Yes.
I just threw up. I don't care. Go rinse your mouth. Like, I threw up too, so what? We can all throw up.
You darn right. Some men just don't care. You are right. A lot of men don't care. Not some, a lot.
It depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
If it's a drinking night, it's like, well, fuck it, you know. You just swish this beer around real quick.
I'm thinking about where am I going to post up at right now.
The titty bar.
That's my brother's department. He goes into one of those places, and it's like he's walking into Cheers. They go, Louis. Yeah.
All the dancers liked me, but all the bouncers and people were just irritated by me. Because like we would spend money. It was the only place to eat lunch, that or Hardee's. So it's like we're out in the middle of nowhere and there's a titty bar and there's Hardee's. So it's like you had to go to one or the other every day.
A lot of times you find good food in those places, man. You find good
Yeah,
food.
it's like it was like a road stop diner that was a titty bar. So it was really good diner food. It was just dancers, but it wasn't like full naked. It was like they had to have pasties, they had to have bottoms, so you weren't really seeing everything.
Oh
But like
yeah, yeah,
after you've been there
like a
so
fruit
many
bar
times, it's like hanging out with your sisters, because they're all your friends. So you're not even paying them for dances; they're just dancing and talking. You
Yeah.
gotta pretend you're throwing money every now and again. But like I would play the longest songs I could find on the jukebox, and just get so irritated. Like you could see some of the dancers would be saying like, "How fucking long is this shit?" Like I'm worn out. Like no, no, it's good. It's only a 12-minute song.
Only
Let,
12 minutes.
let it ride. Yeah. They're like, you can't play that song anymore. I'm like, the hell I can't. It's in the jukebox. Try and stop me.
Right.
Or,
Let me see. Can I launch my kayak? I cannot launch my kayak. Wah, 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 wah.
why?
They had the boat ramp closed.
Oh, yeah. The water
Uh,
level's too low or what?
and it's low, but my kayak will still go in there. I don't have no problem with that. I got a Wilderness 140.
It's
You
a
know,
kayak. I mean, it's
huh?
easy to launch. It should
Yeah.
be easy to launch a kayak.
Yep. Yeah.
Toss it in.
I have pontoons for my kayak too.
I like watching the dudes go over waterfalls in them
Oh yeah.
on YouTube. Those videos are sick, man. The one dude's dropping like 130 foot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
fuck, dude. I
the,
don't know
the
if I'd
white
trust the
water.
gear on me that much.
Yeah, that white water rafting, man. That's something else. The kayaking and stuff.
Yeah, but dropping off the waterfall in the kayaks, just because I jump high off of shit, you know? So I know how it feels to hit 100-foot impact. But like to have something around me that could possibly like slip
Yeah.
up around me or something, like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if I could get comfortable with that part of the equation.
Yeah, but those kayaks, you're inside of them. So it's like the kayak is part of you in a way. It's an extension of it becomes like an extension of your body and at that point. And
Hmm.
those are small kayaks. They're probably about 6, 7 feet long, most of them, if that.
Yeah, it's like a
So
speed one.
yeah, they're wider at the center part, so that
So
way
you're
they
kind of
become more.
standing inside it at that point.
Yeah.
That would make more
Oh,
sense. If you can stand in it, then you're just like dropping in versus stomaching it like,
oh yeah, that is the thing. When you're dropping, you are taking an impact on the pelvis.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not, okay. That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if I could do the impact part of the stomach. Like, because I'm used to
Yeah,
jumping high off. It's already enough fucking impact on your body as is, but to take a fucking tummy punch too.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I used to dive a lot off of waterfalls and stuff. So one day we took our oldest brother with us, and he wanted to attempt it because he saw us. So immediately we told them about the tingles. Because you got to warn somebody about something or whatever. We didn't tell them like there was no rocks down there or whatever. You're like, hey, when you dive in and you hit the water, you're gonna feel a certain sensation down in your nards. You know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth.
It's the best when people don't know how to jump. My friend Shane jumped the one time and all he heard was smack. And he just came up out of the water. Ah, my balls! And he was just kind of floating on his side, like, ah. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of the way. We're all
That's
trying to jump.
that's
Because we
that's
be
what
on the
exactly what I was
intercoastal
trying to say.
waterway where the train bridge goes over. So then it
Yeah,
folds up. And like they had the little walkway for the maintenance on it, which
yeah,
is about 40 feet up. But we got hot and there's like, fuck it, I'm going up. So I started climbing the railroad ties and then getting on the I beams on the framework of it and jumping in from higher and higher. So like all these boats would pass by and fucking party with us and like there'd be a bunch of people out there. So we had to like do more and more jump height. And then eventually it was just like, nobody else would jump it but like me and my cousin and Justin.
yeah,
Everybody else was like, no, fuck that. But then they expected me to do it every time I went out there. And like I'd be tripping balls sometimes. They're like, no, it's cool. I'm like, dude, it's like sunset. I can barely see, and everything I'm seeing, like I'm seeing like a giant fish mouth to jump into. Like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I was always the adventurer once my friend, the more extreme person. But they'd be like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, you do it first or whatever." Okay.
Yeah, that's the rule. As long as someone else does it first,
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, yep.
except for the mechanical bull. I
Yeah,
bailed out of that. I knew I was too fucked up to get on it. I would be looked at badly, so I didn't even attempt it.
yeah.
But I did talk Chris into doing it on the premise that I would do it if he did it.
Go find a fishing hole. I want to light this blunt up. I'm not doing it until I cast one line. You know. Hey, Squirrel, how you doing? My bad. Hope you're still there.
There's no telling anymore.
Oh, this thing. Shut. Yeah. You know, I just realized I didn't bring nothing to munch on.
Gotta catch some sushi.
I got a couple of packs of honey. I love honey. Honey is so good.
What are you, a bear?
No.
Just give me 2 tubs of honey and call it a day. Ah.
Yeah.
No, you gotta do the pause. You gotta use your pause.
You
Bears
know,
are fucking wild, dude. Have you ever seen bears out in nature?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
These
didn't
things,
tell me that like they were bigger than they were on all fours when they stand up. So like when they were at the campground up in Northern California,
yeah.
I was shrooming and like chasing them on up the hill to get good pictures. Cause I was like, it looks like a small one, no biggie. But I was keeping like the safe distance.
uh,
But then like after a certain point, it was like
they
really
got the,
quiet and it stopped and like it stood up and then it was like 12 feet tall. I was like, "Fuck." And it just
yeah,
like started shredding this tree like tissue paper.
they get
And it
upset,
just kind
man.
of turned around and looked at me like, are you going to keep following me or what?
Yup,
And I was just like
exactly.
on this big rock sitting there, like getting pictures, like, well, I'm going to wait here till he's gone. 'Cause
Yeah, no,
I didn't think he was that big.
they get bothered, they get upset, like anything else.
Well, he was fine with going to so far, but it might have had like cubs or something because it was summertime.
That you're lucky. If it did, you did. It didn't. If it did, you would have got an attack. You wouldn't have had never ran away. You would have been doing the running away.
Yeah, the mom would have fucking set you straight immediately, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
the moms would have set you straight quick. The mom
She's
is not
famous
has the.
for it.
She won't back down from a bigger bear. That's a male. So you're not intimidating it at all. You
Hell
know,
no.
your
Like,
little skinny, not hairy self.
they'll bitch slap the skin off your face. Like,
Yeah.
ah, why didn't you kill
Right.
me with the first one? Because this shit hurt.
Like, you bald ass ain't trying to scare me. Bald body.
Yeah. There's all this
Oh, see, we are near a brown bridge. I should have brought my bow and arrow. That's what I should have did. Yeah,
shit.
that's what I should have done. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Boom. Fishing rods. Oh, now I know what I forgot.
Yeah, I'm the director. Wait, those could be good.
I keep forgetting that. I didn't forget something if I remembered, right? I just slipped my mind.
You lost the recall trigger. That's why it's good to tie everything to a mnemonic. Johnny mnemonic. Like, see, my avatar is a good mnemonic device because if you're familiar with the movie, it immediately triggers. We got one who can see and puts you in the perspective of Nada seeing the aliens, seeing through the bullshit. It's really clever. Cheeseburgers, really?
I felt like Happy Gilmore for a second. Get in the hole! It's your home! I think I will bring you today. Yeah. Bring all this light gear and then I'm gonna catch big fish.
I like spear fishing.
You
I
said
like
ice fishing?
spear fishing. I have it's like got three little prods on the end, and you throw it. It's got a little handle on the back that you grab, like a rubber doodad. Then it had like a fishing net to cast. But I have like regular fishing poles too. I'm just waiting for Max to be into it.
Yeah.
Little punk.
Many places
Yeah, he
you
said
can't
he
do.
wanted to go fishing, so I went and got his gear, fresh gear and tackle and everything. And then it's like, when do you want to go? I don't want to go fishing. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, right.
No, it wasn't even about the invest. Like, I don't care about investing in shit because I buy shit, whatever.
Yeah,
It
you
won't
got
go to
caught up in the
waste.
moment. Like, yeah, we're gonna go out, have a
Yeah,
moment.
I didn't understand why he wanted to back out of it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would love going fishing, shit like that.
All right, lock my truck. That crab cake.
I fear he's
Like,
gonna be like his sister, a total nerd, which is not the worst thing in the world, but still.
yeah, I think
Um,
it's a busy road right here.
why the fuck won't it delete it?
Morning. All right. You know, I think I could still put my kayak in the water because it doesn't say anywhere that I can't kayak, even though that section.
It's just not safe to put your trailer if you have a boat trailer,
Well,
right?
the boat trailer section is closed. Oh, so you can't drop down a boat trailer, but it doesn't say you can't kayak.
Yeah, I don't see why they would. It doesn't pollute or anything, so there shouldn't be any kind of restriction to it.
Yeah, but this you can't have motor boats. I mean, like engines in here. So everything electric, yeah, but that's about it. Let's see how
Man,
I do this. Turn this around. Give me a second. I gotta set myself up to walk in these woods without getting caught up on everything. And I think I got it. By George, I think he's got it.
beans, people.
All in a little stream. It's like I'm walking through Sherwood Forest.
I'll be mountain biking it.
They have trailers. Ooh, someone's foot fell in there. I know they got a mucky boot. right now. Yeah, it probably stinks because this stuff stinks. The decay smell. Oh, Junk, I gotta remember I got a blunt in my ear. It's happened to me twice before the path. And once I get to and I cast and everything, I go to line up my blunt. I misplaced it, so I have to walk the path back and find it. And it's like, yeah, I've gotten lucky. I found it. I guess my face got a big face plant of cobweb, my whole entire face, and I didn't see it because I was looking down on the ground. Yeah. That stuff's pretty strong.
We set the government forest on fire at Quantico.
Yeah.
Because the fire, yeah, like we were playing with fireworks in the woods when we were on the camping trip
Uh-huh.
for the
But
Navy people.
it wasn't on purpose then, so
No, we were throwing them over the water, so we thought we were safe. But one of
uh-huh.
them dropped down into a spider web over, but it was still like over the water, so we figured no big deal. But no, it ended up smoldering on a log it fucking floated to and started a fire. And the MPs found us, and we had to clean up the giant golf course all weekend. And like they were all just throwing bottles and cans and shit every fucking where. And it was so goddamn hot. And we had this, the slave stick with little spikes in the bag and horrible, horrible.
So the water is extremely low.
Yeah. You should have hip waders.
Nice cliff. I usually fish right over there on their bridge to the left side of it. Right. Cast off. Just don't fall. You'll have a viral vid if I was to fall in the water.
What did I do all night?
It'll be all right with me. Oh, there's because
Huh? Yeah, shaking them again.
there we go. Place it right there. Let me set myself up. I'll light this up in just a moment. I don't know if you can see it real good, but I like this view when I sit here, whether it's filled up or not.
You have audio? No, you're still clip copying.
Am I muted? Yeah, my volume is down the whole entire time.
Audio.
Yo, thanks. This is like the only stream I can come up and light up
I
a
got
beat.
Dutch fingers. Like, got no sound, bro.
Oh, me? No sound?
Twist, no audio. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm gonna go out and come back. I'm gonna
You can't
go
hear
out.
me? Yeah, you can? Okay,
Yeah,
I can't hear you at all.
I'm gonna go out and come back. What about now?
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. That's you plucking those strings? Hey, yeah, that's so sounding good.
Yeah, play,
Uh,
play, play, play.
You, you ever
Sometimes
try
it
to
sounds
play?
fun.
You ever try to play la cucaracha in rock form?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I play everything at some point. I learned cartoon theme songs, all kinds of crazy shit.
yeah, you
Um,
have to, right?
well, it's always like a hobby. Like once I understood that the cartoons were like people making sounds and not just the actual sounds. You know what I mean? Like anybody can record
Yes,
this shit.
yes, they actually created.
Words, you got to come up with some ingenious shit. Like you know, it's not water dripping. It's me doing this with fucking mallet to a fucking can of paint top. You know, just hitting the top of it or something. Like that's when you're like
Yeah.
awesome. It's like, wow, it sounds just like that. Just like I do shit like that sometimes. Like I had one song where I did all the drums and percussion and shit that was just on my desk, and I put sound effects on it, and it sounds like a drum beat.
Ah, nice. That sounds dope.
But yeah, it was crazy. Everyone's like, "Where'd you get the drums? You didn't go to the place that day." And I'm like, "No, I didn't."
Oh,
I didn't tell them for a minute. I was like, "Figure it out." I was like, "I did it all in my room. Figure it out."
yeah. And it's weird how the mind will come up with an image for that for whatever sound you hear, unless, but you can take that same sound and manipulate it and trick the mind to thinking it's something else completely different. Like you what you
Yeah,
did basically. Yeah,
you
that's
can make it.
yeah, it's dope.
Everything in reality is designed to interact with your five senses.
Yeah. You know, if you know sight, then you know we're being fooled all the time, even with what we see, because our mind completes what we see. Many times we don't see the full image of something.
That's why you eat mushrooms and acid. Then you know the difference.
See, you come into perspective.
Yeah,
It's been a
once
while
you
since
learn to
I've
see through everything.
done a shroom. Wow. Last time I did a shroom, we was at a hotel. We had a hotel party. It was like two guys, two girls, and we had a hotel party. And and everyone else was. We was doing a bunch of everything. I was the only one not bumping lines. But we was doing we was having fun in there. That's what we went into the room for. You know what I'm saying? To have fun with each other and with all whatever we brought over. And but yeah, man, I had to drive in that situation too back home. Oh man, it's like the
Sometimes it's
wow.
fun. Sometimes it's a nightmare.
It wasn't fun because it was hard to stay to keep in reality. You know what I'm saying? To like to is this real or is that real? Which one, like because I gave in. I was all into what I was feeling before, so I had to come out of it, out of that state. You know what I'm saying? To drive and stuff, and I'm like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. We got home safely, but it just nah. Need to be stationary when you're doing that. No moving around.
Now I go to concerts and everywhere. That's the
Yeah,
best. Until someone fucks it up for you. That's the only thing that ever messed it up. Like the one time I was driving back from a show, I was so fucking spaced out. I had like a whole pitcher of beer, and I was just sitting there enjoying the show. And then people were like, "Yo, can I buy a beer?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "It's after last call, and you got a whole pitcher. Let me get a beer, $2." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I just started fucking serving my pitcher. Everyone's like,
yeah,
"What are you doing? You can't get no more beer." And I'm like, "Well, I wasn't drinking it anyway. I'm like, I took a 10 strip, like."
yeah,
So like I got rid of the beer, and then it was time to go. And my friend Gordon was there, and he's like, "Hey, can I get a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And we're like halfway back, and I'm like, "Man, I'm fucking out of it." I'm like, "How's my driving? Like, I can't even see. I'm seeing like Q*bert snakes on the road and shit hopping, cartoon characters and shit." And he's just like, "I don't know. I don't have my glasses, so I can't see anything." And this whole time, I thought I was doing fine because he wasn't complaining. So then it put everything into question.
Mm,
So as soon as we got to his house, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leave my car here for the night. We'll walk the last 4 blocks home. He's like, all right. And I fucking dipped out. And that was even a worse choice because I had to take like the sketchy bike path through the woods.
yeah.
And so I went on the main roads walking around Beeman. There's like fucking drains between the roads and just all kinds of fucking trees and vines everywhere. It's like walking through a canopy.
Yeah.
Just 6 blocks out. And it's like I
Yeah,
finally got home.
you trying to get home, but
God.
here you are tripping.
Yeah, like by the time I got home, I was just like, holy shit, man. I would have been less paranoid fucking driving and worrying about cops for the last few blocks.
No, it would have been worse if you would have been driving. I'm telling you, it would have been worse. Cause all that stuff you were seeing would have still been there while you were driving, and it would have been worse.
I would have only been scared of cops driving.
It would have, because then that stuff would have been
I would have
motion
been like
too.
I would have been trying my best to read the speedometer correctly. Like,
Mm. There's
it
a
was a
darn
bad time.
beaver around here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm
Dark
gonna
beaver.
catch any fish. No, there's a darn beaver. I
Oh,
don't know if I'm gonna catch any fish with the beaver around. Wow. They got the water dropped about 8 feet, maybe more.
right. That would be funny.
Yeah, a second. I'll be right back. I gotta have a talk with nature.
Your avatar picture looks like you're enjoying a piss.
Uh, I have a friend. He passed on, but every time he would come out the bathroom, he would go like this. He would come out the door and go like this, take a pause and go. Everyone, I would like to announce everything came out all right. He's stupid.
That's when you go like, not me. I passed a stone. Kidney stone sympathy.
See a grown man
I'm
cry.
glad.
Yeah. Take it away. I think I see a bump. Come on.
Fight, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. Come on, baby.
Take the bait.
Oh,
Hook
oh.
it. Catch any beaver?
I'm not catching no beaver.
Beaver in the morning. Beaver all through the night. Beaver.
I heard they don't taste that good, like greasy meat.
I don't know. I like to eat beaver.
I've eaten squirrel. I went to my niece's house, right? And
Oh,
her
you mean like the
husband,
animal?
huh?
So you mean like the animal?
Yeah, like a little thing with the tail. Yeah. So
Uh,
I go to my niece's house, and she's a woman already. She's married. So her husband comes up to me, you know, and he's like an outdoors guy. So he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Somehow or another, he says, I had squirrel. He's like, oh, would you like to try? I was like, I'll try it. So he's like, I'll be back in 5 minutes. He goes to his closet, whatever, goes back outside, comes back. Like sure enough to his word, within 5 minutes he was back with one, peeled it off, whatever, put it in a pressure cooker, onions, pop, 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 pop. What can I do? I already said I would try it, right? I wasn't really serious when I said I'll try it the first time, but I wasn't expecting it to be like, "Oh, I'll be right back in 5 minutes."
right? That's how I ate wild rabbit. Because fucking Mark was talking about it. He's like, you want to eat some? I'll get some and we could both eat it. And I was like, sure, if you really got a fucking wild hair up your ass. I thought that was the end of it. It was a good pun. And then, like the next day, he's like, all right, cool. We shot a rabbit. It's a big one. Like, I'm going to go home and cook it up and I'm going to bring some back. I'm like, okay. And he made like rabbit stew. It was all right. It was just like stringy chicken or something, like texture wise. The
Yeah,
flavor decent, so it didn't have
yeah,
a weird flavor or anything to it.
yeah. And it wasn't. Yeah,
It just didn't seem like I was eating anything substantial. Like when you eat venison, you're eating some shit, like that shit's been running and climbing.
I grew up eating rabbit. We would raise them in our yard and had free meat. That and chickens and goat in the city.
I want elephants and giraffes. That would be fun.
It's a bunch of little fish around. That's what was hitting the line before.
Because it's shallow. You gotta throw where the moss is.
There is no moss.
What's all that green shit? Pond scum?
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
That's where the water used to be at.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
That's
should be out there with a metal detector, dude.
you said that I have my metal detector in the vehicle, but it's not
You
working. I
find
don't know why. I put
oh,
brand new
you can find
batteries in
guns, jewelry, and all
there. Huh?
kinds of shit.
I
You
went
ever
the other
watch them
day.
people,
Huh?
the people that dive in the rivers, dive in the
Definitely.
lake, and find all the treasures?
Yeah. I follow this guy, Bondi, Bondi Treasures. And
Yeah.
he goes into the ocean, he goes into the rivers, he goes into all sorts of things, metal detecting. And I follow this other one, um, Rescue with a Purpose, I think it is, or Diving with a Purpose. And he goes around helping people, and he goes around like He finds bodies in cars, missing people, or someone like they lost their ring, their wedding ring, and emerge, things like that. Because you know, ring could be worth $50,000. You want somebody to go down there and go get it for you.
Hells yeah. Or at least try.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
50
At
grand.
least
I ain't
try.
writing it off. Like, I'm gonna go out there and try.
Yeah,
Like the diving bell, whatever it takes to get me down there.
yeah, yeah.
Submarine.
And it doesn't even matter. Like sometimes it won't even matter if it has like monetary value. Many times over, sentimental value is more important.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it's that time. Gotta go to bed again.
Time to go to bed.
Yep, I gotta work later on. But it was
All right,
fun.
dude. Thanks for having me on, man. You working today?
Yep.
Oh
I
man.
got tomorrow and I got Friday off to
Okay.
recuperate. I'll be back later today, Americans
All
and
right, man. Get
non-Americans.
some good rest, bro. Thanks for having me on.
Good luck.
Peace out.
Catch some fish.
I appreciate that.
And
Later.
for us, God bless. Love you, America.